Skip it up and that up. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rich of Review Tech USA, and you've been put under masturbation notice. So anyway, I got a shocker for you folks. I hope you're sitting down for this one. You ready? GameStop is one of the worst companies in America to work for. Shocking! Financial analyst and commentary website 24/7 Wall Street recently published a list of America's worst companies to work for, with GameStop finishing in 10th place out of 11. A company called Glassdoor interviewed employees to see how they feel about the video game retailer. Other retail stores on the list were Office Max, I could have told you that, Radio Shack, I also could have told you that, and Sears. Dish Network was named the absolute worst company to work for. It was number one on that list. Wow. The biggest complaint about GameStop is how they prioritize sales over customer service. The retailer was also on Consumer Reports' 2011 naughty list for complaints over its return policy. Okay, so first off, I could have told you this 10 months ago. I have friends that worked at GameStop. I had a female friend that got fired from there, and I remember sitting down having lunch with her, and she told me that it's just such a stressful environment to work in. They're constantly pushing pre-orders. They're constantly wanting you to upsell, which most companies do, but she said it was an extreme, and you needed to meet these unobtainable goals or else you lost your job. You felt every day you went in there, you never knew if you were going to have a job when you left work that day. The other reason they do this too, and they pressure you into buying all these things, and they make you feel like crap when you walk in the door. Now, I will say, the two GameStops that are around me, they're really good guys in there. I like them a lot. Very nice dudes. Always treat me well when I go in there. But when you go up to the counter, they ask you, do you want this? Do you want that? And the reason why they could pressure you so much, because they're really the only game in town. Honestly, at least in the States, the only other place I could think of that can compete with them are Walmart and Best Buy. But they're really the only dedicated gaming store in the States that I could think of off the top of my head right now that's doing very well. And this is a byproduct of what happens when you have no other competition around you. GameStop really doesn't have any direct competition. There is no other dedicated gaming stores, at least in the States, that could get at them. So they can try to upsell you until it gets obnoxious, because they don't care about you, they care about making a profit. And if they don't have a guy down the street who offers better customer service, they could do whatever they want to, because they're still making money hand over fist even if they treat you like crap. So they don't care. They don't have to change anything. They're making insane amounts of cash. And another interesting side note, I almost forgot to bring this up, but it kind of ties into the rest of this. These other companies like Office Max, Radio Shack, Sears, Dish Network, do you think the leadership in these companies give a crap about the employees, or honestly about the customers? Because you know what happens in the States, at least? When these guys, the CFOs, the CEOs, the upper brass of these companies get fired, they leave with a golden parachute. Some of these guys get $10, $20, $30 million if they get fired. If the board decides that Bob, the CEO, isn't capable of running the company, to let him go, they have to give him $5, $10, $15, $20 million. Now, especially most of these people are not very kind people and don't really care about the people who work under them. Do you think they give a crap about the company? If the company implodes, goes bankrupt, they still get a $20 million golden parachute. Do you think they care about the quality of the company? No matter what, they're going to get paid and they're going to be millionaires. They don't give a shit about you. That's the problem with corporations in the States, at least. These guys could do whatever they want to. The leadership in all these companies could do whatever they want to, and there's no consequence. And even if they do get fired from their respective company, they'll still get another job because they have cronies and buddies that work at other places that will get them another cushy multi-million-a-year job. That needs to change, man. Because let me ask these companies a question. If I was a lowly employee that worked for you and I screwed up, would you give me a $20 million parachute when you laid me off or fired me? I don't think so. Anyone who thinks that class warfare isn't going on in this country is kidding themselves. But I digress. So what's your take on this news story? Do GameStop employees harass you when you go in there to shop? And were you an employee there, and do you agree that it's a really crappy place to work? Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you have an interesting news story you would like me to discuss, private message me with a link via YouTube. And if I use your article, I will give you a shout out in the video and feature your YouTube channel in the description.